Hello guys, Damien Jones here again for you today, and today we're going to be taking a look at these four little fellows. We'll take a look at the ones on the left first and just move these other ones out the way. We've got, of course, R2-D2 and C3-P0. C3-P0 being here and R2-D2 being here. These are the 1977 versions of the figure, and we're going to take a look at them in turn. So let's take a look at C3-P0 first, from 1977. As you can see, C3-P0, he had fixed limbs in the 70s on his first production, and later from 1982 onwards he had removable limbs, and he come with a little bag. So we'll just pop him back on the stand a minute, and we'll give him a bit of a twirl for you so you can see. It was available by Kenner, Balatoy and all of the others. It was an incredibly detailed little figure. I never actually had this version because I didn't come along until 1980 myself. So all the C3-POs I owned as a kid were the removable limbs version. This is the first 1970s one I've actually got my hands on, because for some reason they're a little more scarcer than the 1980s ones. And there are a couple of little differences other than that in the mould, which I'm going to discuss with you in a minute. But there is C3-PO. And of course C3-PO and R2-D2 were protocol droids, basically service droids. This is the original 1977 R2-D2, and as you can see, it's got the what's known as the solid dome head version, which clicks. And two legs, and the body was this sticker. The sticker on this one's not too bad. At least it's original. It's not perfect. And again, the the original solid dome R2-D2 is a little rarer than the 80s ones. So that's C3-PO and R2-D2 circa 1977. So we'll move them along and we'll see what happened in 1982. They repackaged the figures and made some differences. We'll take a look at C3-PO first, and I'll just bring up some little moulding differences as well. You'll notice the circular plate on his stomach was more detailed in the 70s and a little less detailed in the 80s. And also, although it's very hard to pick up on camera, they used a slightly paler gold. That's very hard to pick up on camera, obviously, though, because of lighting conditions in here. But other than that little moulding difference, the original C3-PO had a larger right nipple than the 80s one. But other than that, they were the same figure, apart from the 1982 version of C3-PO, you'll see came with a vinyl black bag. And I'm going to show you what that's for now on another figure, not this one, because this is my mint condition C3-PO. Okay. The bag opens up, as you can see, and the C3-PO figure has removable limbs. Oops, are you going to come out? It's well tight, that one. There we go. Ooh. And there we go. Basically, C3-PO could be disarticulated, and then his parts could be placed into this bag like so, and usually carried around by Chewbacca to emulate, you know, what happened to C3-P0 in the film, because he got broken up, didn't he? And he was carried around by Chewbacca for a bit. So that is the main difference between the two C3-PO variants. The 1982 version onwards can be disassembled and put into a bag. And lastly, we have, well, not lastly, but lastly in this video anyway, we have the other version of R2-D2, which came about in 1982 onwards, which was the sensor scope version. As you can see, the sticker on this one's in a lot better condition than my 70s R2-D2. Again, it had the clicking head, but it came with something new. It came with a sensor scope feature, which popped up out of his head as opposed to the solid dome version. And these figures, these are the only versions of C3-PO and R2-D2 I've got. They did, however, in 1985 bring out a R2-D2 unit with a pop-up lightsaber, which was basically very similar to this, only it was a little green lightsaber in there which you could pop up, and it would click it and it would pop up on a spring, basically, you know, to emulate the actions of the character in Return of the Jedi. And other than that, I'm just trying to think, were there any other versions? They brought out a completely different coloured version for the Droids cartoon about 1986, I believe. And also, if you went and bought a playset called the Droid Factory, you would have got an R2-D2 with a third leg, because the character actually has a third leg, but for some reason, and I always thought this as a kid as well, why does R2-D2 only have 2 legs and in the film he's got 3? Well, if you got the Droid Factory, you got the extra leg, basically, and he'd look more screen accurate then. And that, guys, is basically it. Those are the 1977 through to 1982 variants of C3-PO and R2-D2. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you again on the next one.